today we're giving you a quick preview on CinemaConnect, a new system that will allow users to enjoy cinema even with a hearing or a visual impairment and be completely included in the experience. The way the system works is basically, as a user, you just download the Sennheiser CinemaConnect from the App Store, iPhone App Store or Android App Store. You connect to the local Wi-Fi CinemaConnect, and then you choose, start the app, you choose the language that you want to hear, or if you want to hear audio description or a specific soundtrack for hearing impaired people. For the cinema, it actually means that you're installing a router and a box that basically translates the audio file into something that can be used on the CinemaConnect. And that's it. So you don't have to give out devices anymore. You don't have to collect the devices afterwards, clean them, and you don't have to have a specific person taking care of that, because basically the user just enters, switches their system on themselves. It runs without any interference from you. Absolutely. Sennheiser has been in the business of assistive listening and audiology for more than 40 years. Okay. So from that was born a business on assistive listening for churches, for cinemas, for cultural events that are installed in theaters around the globe. So we have a lot of experience in dealing with the installers, in dealing with the cinemas, but also in what the user actually needs. And this is a pretty big breakthrough for us, because for the first time it's using the users and the phone that they have already. So they're not leaving the environment that they're already used to. Especially for blind people, they're very dependent on knowing their environment. So they can use their current smartphones and still be completely immersed in the cinema experience. Absolutely. I'm optimistic for two reasons. I'm optimistic because I really think we have a completely new solution here. It will revolutionize the way people with sensory impairment enjoy cultural events, because they don't need to rely on somebody taking care of them anymore. They can do it themselves. They just bring their own device. That's true inclusion. It's not stigmatizing. I'm using the device that everybody uses, my smartphone and a headphone. It can even be stylish. So that's the one reason. The other reason is I believe that this is going to be a great success, because we actually connect cinemas. We connect the user and the cinemas, and will drive more traffic to the cinemas, which is something which all cinemas can use. We're launching in Europe in the autumn. We've also created a specific study in Europe right now, because the legislation is changing, so there's also a little bit of help from the regulators at this point, and we have the perfect solution to satisfy that need. The early feedback is specifically from the users is great. You've seen earlier in the presentation two testimonials from blind people who experienced the system with actually no instruction. So they were able to navigate the app without an instruction. They were able to connect and intuitively find their way. And it, as you saw, they were enthusiastic about the idea of going much more often to the cinema. Something which they didn't do before. We also get some very positive feedback from the installers and the cinemas, because there are other systems around, but now comes a very reliable system from Sennheiser, who everybody knows. We're known for reliable systems. We've been in the market for 70 years, 40 years in the assistive listening market. So here comes a real, a big company with the right level of backing as well, that this is not just a small idea and a startup, we're really serious about this business and we invest in this long term.